What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If it is the first time you're touching down on this channel, welcome to Small Feet Big Heat. We talk sneakers, we talk streetwear, and everything in between. Today's video is going to be a good one. We are getting into what I think is one of the best sneakers to release this year so far, if not sneaker of the year for 2020, but we'll see how the rest of the year shakes out, and that is the A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 3. The initial release for these was back in April, and I struck out, so I started watching the prices on GOAT. It wasn't too much over retail, about $70, $80, which I was okay with paying because I really wanted to add these to the collection. So I bought them from GOAT. I think I started at $283. I upped it a little bit to $285, and I ended up paying $288. So not bad at all in my opinion. The wider release for these was today, so if you were lucky enough to hit on a pair, congrats on your W. Definitely a really good pickup, especially if you were able to get them for retail. James Whitner, the owner of A Ma Maniere, is the one who collaborated with Jordan Brand on this sneaker. It's inspired by his mother, who actually bought him his first pair of Air Jordans, which were Air Jordan 3s, which is why he picked out this silhouette to do his collaboration on. And the idea was to give the Air Jordan 3 a luxury treatment, and in that area, I think they succeeded. Now, Air Jordan 3s, in my opinion, are not usually the best quality. It's really nothing to write home about, but initially when I took these out of the box, I noticed the difference. The materials on this pair feel better than the usual Air Jordan 3, starting with that white tumbled leather they used on the upper. It's tumbled the same all the way through. It feels nice, it looks great. Same goes for the suede on the mud guard, around the eyelets, the back heel, and around the ankle. It's kind of like a high pile suede, I guess you would call it, or a long hair suede. It feels good and it looks good. It adds a little bit of texture to the sneaker. Y'all know I love mixed materials on sneakers, so that looks great. The sock lining is quilted with what seems like a sateen material, and I was a little worried about that because sateen can have some slip to it, so I went a half size down. I picked these up in a men's size 5.5, women's size 7. Normally I would have gotten a men's size 6, women's size 7.5, so I went that half size down. And even though the sateen material looks glossier than it feels, it just has, you know, it doesn't have much slip to it compared to like a mesh liner or anything like that. I'm still happy I went that half size down because the fit lengthwise and around my ankle is perfect. They use that same quilting on the back of the tongue, and I wasn't a huge fan of the quilting at first when I first saw these, but it did grow on me and I don't mind it at all at this point. The details on this pair are what make it look less sporty and more casual, like the aged midsole, which I love, the cream eyelets, the semi-translucent back heel tab that says Nike Air. All of those things may seem minor separately, but those choices add up, and it's what separates a good collab and a great collab. This is a great collab. My only drawback with this sneaker is the quotes on the back heel tab. They're right on the inside of the back heel tab where it meets the ankle. So one shoe says all we have is each other, the other shoe says work harder. I love the idea. I love the quotes. They're from James Whitner's mother. I think it was a great idea. I just don't love the placement, because if I want to see them or I want to show them to somebody else, I have to do one of two things. I have to either pull back the heel tab or push in the ankle. And the back heel tab of Air Jordan 3s, as they get older, can be very fragile. They can be very fragile, you know, depending on the sneaker. I've seen a lot of them crack. I think a better placement would have been to embroider the quotes on the back of the tongue, but it's not my design and it's also not a deal breaker. A few other details that I like: the lace aglets actually say work harder. Nice little detail, and they switched up the branding on the front of the tongue. So the right shoe has the usual Jumpman and the left shoe has the A Ma Maniere logo. It's a nice little switch up. And I also really like the shade of purple that they used as an accent color. The color is very neutral, so they made a woman's sneaker without it screaming that it's a woman's sneaker. They made a great sneaker while telling a great story. That's what collabs are all about to me. It's not enough to just make women's exclusives. They have to be purposeful. The shoe does come with 2 hang tags, the first of which is this square hang tag that we've been seeing a lot of lately. I would love to see them switch it up, but I'm not going to ask for too much in this video. I like the sneakers. I'm not going to ask for too much. So it's the square hang tag is clear and it has like the same shade of deep purple in there. It says Nike Air. And then there's another hang tag on here for A Ma Maniere. It says A Ma Maniere with the Jumpman, and it says quality goods handled with care, inspired by street culture, fashion, and the greatest athlete in history. Spring Summer 2021, approved by Michael Jordan. There's also another set of laces, this cream set. It says work harder on the aglets as well, and I'll make sure I show it to y'all in the on foot and b-roll. If these aren't the best sneaker of the year, they're at least the best collaboration of 2021. If you enjoyed today's video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love, and I'll check y'all out in the next one.